Next up was a really cool part of the book. It's talking about kids and dreams. And of course, I got me some like that guy over there. So I thought it was really cool. So most of this is going to be pulled from a study that was done in the 60s by this guy, David Falks. So what he found for 3 to 4 year olds, that guy's age, is that when woken up in REM, they could only recall back that they were dreaming about 15% of the times. And that certainly seems about right for me because I've waken him up plenty of times where I'm positive he's dreaming. But, when I try to ask him what he was dreaming about, most of the time he can't really report back much. But anyway, for the 3 to 4 year olds, when they did report back that they were dreaming, most of the times it was just simple pictures or fragments of simple things from their everyday lives, largely unemotional, and there was little social exchange. And it was more like they were watching a plot unfold versus like being an active participant in it. For 5 to 6 year olds, they could report back that they were dreaming about 30% of the times. These dreams tend to grow longer and more complex. And they also started incorporating more people from their lives instead of like just like storybook stuff and things like that. But it was still mostly passive. Like they weren't really an active participant in it. Then for 7 to 8 year olds, dream recall got a lot better. And then they actually start becoming like active participants within their dreams, like, most adult dreams are. Although things like fear and aggression, which I guess we'll cover after this, because that's apparently like a really prominent thing in dreams, but I've never noticed that to be super prominent in my dreams. And most people I ask, they don't say it's super prominent in theirs, but apparently a lot of studies were done said like dreams were largely negative. But that's getting a bit ahead of myself. Then for 12 year olds, they could report dreams back about 86% of the time. So not as much as adults, as we'll see here in a second, but getting a lot more consistent. And then they also started being a lot more like, adult type of dreams by that age. And then for adults, when woken up from REM, they can report back that they're dreaming 90 to 95% of the time. And another interesting thing, and this is mostly just pulled from adults, but when adults are woken from non-REM stages, right? So like anything but stage REM, so like 1, 2, 3, deep dreamless sleep and all that shit, they actually report back to the dream about 5 to 10% of the time, which I just think is really important because I've always feel like, when I'm not in REM stages, I feel like when I get up, like I'm still getting some kind of experience. Like I've still been dreaming, but for a long time I thought like, they would say you never dream in those stages. Although like Buddhist cultures and stuff like that have obviously seen it differently. But anyway, so that's that.